Yeah, we'll do
Okay,
it
it's
for
6:30, we'll call the meeting to order.
12 square.
And first on the agenda is citizens' comments, but I don't see any citizens here, so I guess we won't. We'll
That'll
get
be
right by
short.
that. Donna, superintendent's report.
I would just report on what we're doing at the end of the year, because we've been working with the principals, and I know that's a question for the staff members and board members alike, that we're planning for the last 4 days. The last student day is going to be June 22, the Friday, and it's going to be a half day. And we're hoping that some of the schools who haven't practiced their stage 3 evacuation drill will have an opportunity to do that with their staff members. And then the 4 days of the following week are going to be a combination of a makeup day for a professional day that we missed in, I think, February. That really was to look at student assessment data and make plans for the coming year in terms of resources and planning about the instructional strategies that they will use for meeting every student's needs. And that's really a wonderful opportunity to have that extra time for staff members and the school leadership team to work together to do that planning so that everyone can be involved. And then the other days, there's also going to be some work done on looking at summative assessments for grade levels. We're trying to establish some common assessments that are linked to the proficiency standards, so that across the grade levels in all the schools we have common assessment. So that is another big job for staff members to have some time to work on. And then working toward building master schedules for the fall, so that moving ahead in the summer, then we come back in the fall and everyone has their plans in place to be able to start the new year with really good instructional groups with meaningful applications of what everyone needs. And then there will be some independent time that teachers are also going to be able to use to work on specific projects related to the school improvement goals. Did you have anything to add?
No, I think you nailed it.
Yeah, we worked with the principals
Yeah,
yesterday
yeah.
and the schedule will be coming out soon. We're still working on the building-based structure of what they're going to do, and then other groups where they're going to be, because some things we need big rooms for, and so the details will be coming out soon, probably next week.
Thank you.
That's it.
Okay, and then we'll go to the treasurer's report. That's enclosed. You guys have any questions on that?
Nope.
You have a motion to accept it?
I'll make the motion to accept the treasury
Second.
report.
Second.
Second. Tony? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed or abstained? None. Okay. Let's see, budget status report.
Thank you.
Anybody have any comments on that?
I saw it before. No.
Not? Accept that?
Yeah, no. It was in the first packet. Did I miss it? Oh, there it is. Just shrunk it. Holy
Yeah,
cow.
it's tiny.
Way to go, Jen.
Okay.
Actually, one question here, Ed, since we don't usually get a chance to talk about this report. There's a revenue line, the second line is for elementary tuition. And we had budgeted just I'm just seeing this, Jeff, we budgeted 44,000 and we've received 30,000. Do we have another payment still to come in, do you know, or did we get fewer students than we had expected? Which is possible, since we budget in
It's possible we lost a student. I'm trying to remember back to the beginning of the year now.
Yeah.
It's possible we lost a
I
student.
can't remember, there's a payment schedule, I know there's installment payments
Yeah.
made during the year,
Yeah.
but.
We have some, where we got 3 or 4 scheduled for next year.
2, 3. Well, depending on one family may be moving in too, but yeah, we have at least 2 new kindergartners coming in, plus 1, 2, 3 current ones, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
You did-
One
no.
one family is maybe moving here from North Bennington, so they won't be residents. So,
Okay, any other comments on that? All those in favor of it?
Aye.
So carried. Off-contract employees' pay increases, this is that item I got noted on last meeting
Yeah.
that did not get put through with the other stuff.
There's no.
And did we pass that last meeting, didn't we?
I don't think we passed it last
No, we
meeting.
didn't pass it.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think it came up last meeting. So it's a.
It came up afterward, basically it's, well, we can do it again. I didn't see it in the minutes, so I guess, then Richard says we did not do it.
Well,
I don't think
So-
they got it to us in time with the
So-
amended.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That's
Is that what it was?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we
So-
didn't get it in with the amended. So
So-
basically, it's the one we approved before, but it never got officially approved.
Okay.
So this time, we just want a motion to officially approve the
Off-contract.
off-contract employees contract.
Is there
It's
a-
for a
do we
3.
have a-
It's for a 3%
it's a
increase.
3%
Do
increase.
we have a recommendation
Yeah.
from, or is that how we're doing it, based on a recommendation from the?
Well, yeah,
Administration.
they've already passed it.
Hmm.
You know, the SVSU has already passed it, and the employees have already passed it. We just gotta authorize it.
Well, this is not the contract employees. So this is like
This is the off-contract.
custodial staff.
Yeah.
Just
Or
the
crossing
salary
guard.
increase.
Yeah, just the salary. Yeah,
it's a
so
salary
it's a
increase.
3% increase, which is in line with the other contracted employees. A 3%
right.
increase.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll move then that we increase off-contract, or those without a contract, bargain contract pay by 3% for FY19.
Second.
Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Now, we're gonna do the consent agenda. Dave would like to have the minutes separated out by, have the April 5th minutes applied once, and then the next motion would be the April 11th one, because he wasn't here for that, but he was here for the other one.
Sorry, so we're voting first on the April 5th?
April 5th. So I'll move to approve the April 5th.
Move to approve the April 5th minutes.
And I'll second it.
And I sent out a revised set of minutes.
I got them.
This afternoon,
Yep.
where I had, for whatever reason, left out,
That,
the thing
yeah, but
about
that was on the April 11th ones.
that
We're
was
doing
on-
the April 5th.
Oh, you're doing the April 5th, sorry.
Right, we're doing that first.
Yep.
Any other question on the April 5th? All those in favor?
Aye.
Carried. Now we'll do the April 11th.
I'll make the motion to do the revised April 11th that I looked at.
You want the adjusted one?
Yeah.
Okay, we have a motion to accept the minutes of the adjusted
Second.
for April 11th. We have a second by Tony. Any other discussion?
No, I don't have the revised one.
All those in favor?
This is the one
Aye.
I got there.
Okay. And now let's take the rest of the
Abstain.
consent agenda.
I think that was specific.
And I should as well.
You should have.
That one I
You
have.
should,
I just wanted
right.
to-
Yeah, you should
I'm
abstain.
abstaining as well.
Abstain, Dave and Scott are abstaining on that one.
So the rest of the consent agenda is just the warrants.
And we
Yeah.
have
Nomination.
Oh, the
the
nomination.
nomination. We should probably do it separate.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it separate.
So move to approve the warrants.
Second it.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Now we'll do that.
Nomination.
Or should we do it under personnel? Let's do it under,
No, because in the consent. So I
do
think
it under
yeah,
consent.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, we have been passed out the nomination form for a new sixth grade teacher here at Shasberry Elementary. And we'd like to,
I'll make
Yes.
the motion to accept the nomination of Zeb Minor. If Jeff, do you mind just giving a little feedback on him when you have a chance?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know Zeb a little bit before he applied for the position. He actually did student teaching here last spring. He's finishing up his degree and his licensure right now as we speak. He's been in the district for a long time. He's worked in Molly Stark, I think, 8+ years as a para. I'm actually doing what I used to do at Molly before I became a classroom teacher, so he's kind of following my footsteps. I think he's gonna be a great addition to the sixth grade into the school. He's very eager. He's wants to learn. He knows Karen very well, who will be his co-teacher. So he's looking forward to working with her, and like I said, I think he's gonna be a great addition to our school.
I'll second the motion.
okay, we have a motion to accept him as the new sixth grade teacher and seconded. Do we have any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Thank you.
Okay. No policies, right, Tony?
No, we started talking about some, but
Okay.
next month.
That's fine. Facilities?
I don't have any action items, Ed, but I do, and I know you're kind of aware of this, but we're trying to get hold of John Penny to come for a special meeting, maybe the 21st or 22nd of this month, to go over the energy audit, and
Yeah.
then to award the bids for the floor, for the asbestos removal of the floor tiles, and then the new flooring. So we're just waiting to hear back from John on that.
Right, so I just wanna say that we probably will have to have an extra special meeting to cover that, to get that out before the end, before
Yes.
our next scheduled meeting, because we have to get those.
And we're talking 21st?
21st, 22nd, she reached out to John for his possible dates.
Depending on others' availability, I know I'm out of town starting the 22nd for a few days. So if we can keep it before
May?
that, we have to have a quorum.
I'm here.
I
Okay.
have conflict on the 21st,
Okay.
so,
All day, or,
evening,
okay.
yeah.
I can let Renee know times.
Yeah,
if you
okay,
guys
yeah,
want.
I mean, if the others are, if there's 4 others available, then I don't need to be there.
I'm back.
I mean, and I could call in from the road
Mhm.
for a meeting. I know I'm gonna be not in town.
What would we'd be, what would be the action we'd be taking, Ed?
It's the John Penny's proposal for the work on the building for the, as Jeff said.
So it's just the,
asbestos.
reviewing the energy audit.
Yeah.
And his recommendations, but no action on that necessarily, but we will have the bids for the flooring to do this summer,
For the flooring?
for the asbestos removal abatement and
Okay.
for putting down the new floor.
Okay,
So we're doing a walkthrough on Friday morning with any contractors that want to see the project firsthand, and then
Okay.
the bids got to be in early next week, I believe, and then,
so reviewing the bids and then accepting a bid so we can get it started?
yeah, so we
Yeah.
get it hopefully July 1st.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what we want to do, get the bids out so we can accept the
Floor in
bid.
the
That'll be-
cafeteria, in your gym?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. And I also, just so the board's aware, I also asked Renee to do it, an attachment, not the right word, an alternate for the lobby in the office, because Jay and I realized probably after the fact that maybe if we're gonna have somebody in here doing that work, then maybe we see what it might cost to do the lobby in the office, because Jay's fairly certain there's the same tiles as what's in the gymnasium. So if we're gonna have an abatement done,
Just get rid of it.
maybe have it all done at the same time while they're here.
Okay,
Smart.
So the alternate will be part of the bid as well.
okay.
You're looking to do that June 1st, you said?
July.
July
Hopefully to get them
1st.
started July
So
1st, as soon as
after the
possible
kids-
after
okay.
kids leave
Right.
and staff. Yep.
Is there gonna be summer school in here at some
There'll be a
point?
summer camp on the lower wing, but
Okay.
they use all that lower. They'll use that lower wing. This will all be cordoned
Sealed
off.
off and
Yep.
everything else.
Yeah, just like they did when they did the tiles or
Okay.
the ceiling.
For the other one.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we'll try to figure it out at some point. I don't know, what day is it, 21st and 22nd? What
I
day?
think it's a Monday, Tuesday.
Monday, Tuesday, yeah.
Monday,
Yeah.
Tuesday?
Yep.
And I could
Yeah.
possibly call in too.
Yeah, so you can
Depending on the time.
schedule call-ins here?
Excuse me.
You can schedule call-ins here for a meeting?
Oh, I have a speakerphone in my office.
Well, you could also do it at central
we could
office.
possibly do that central because you guys have more phone systems. So
Yeah.
I can fill in Renee.
So Dave, you could not do the 21st?
Well, I couldn't do an evening meeting, and
Could you do late afternoon, like
possibly, yeah.
4:35?
And you're here for the
something like that?
21st, but not the 22nd?
Right.
So if we do it at
Like 5 o'clock, is that too late for you?
Yeah. If, and
4
If I
o'clock?
can call in, that would be no problem at all. Yeah. You know, that time.
okay, so we may do, depending on what we get for
Oh.
time.
Yeah, see what his
Time
times
frame.
are and send out an email.
I would anticipate if we don't hear back from John soon, Renee's still going to want to schedule a meeting for the floor
Yeah.
because John's part would just be more informative and just reviewing the energy audit.
Yep. And that can wait somewhat.
Yeah, again, yeah, there's no action items on that.
I mean, it sounds like we can probably make it work. The 23rd, there was supposed to be an SU meeting that's been postponed to the 30th. So the Wednesday night, 23rd,
Possibility.
I could make it here.
Okay.
That's for
Well,
sure.
we'll-
CNC to
We'll
the
see what time
Yeah.
comes out.
So I heard.
But you were gonna be gone after the 21st, correct?
Right.
Oh, that's
You'd
right.
be
I'd
here
be-
for-
yeah.
you'd be here
Early
for
in the morning on the
21st.
22nd.
So would you be back the 23rd or not?
No, I'm
Gone
not
for a
till late
while.
at night on the 23rd.
Okay. So that doesn't work.
Doing it down and back to Philly.
Okay, 21st and 22nd. Okay, well, we'll see how much information we have to have the meeting, and then we'll go with that. We'll call it at some point. Facilities, that's taken care of. Personnel, we've taken care of personnel. So, what else you got, Jeff? Anything?
So, our annual Big Truck Night's coming up next Friday, but instead of me telling you the details, I want to share a video that our students did some work with Cat TV, a promotional video that kind of goes through all the general information. I want to share that with the board. Stace, we hit the lights for me?
That's good. Thanks.
Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it yet. Have you seen
I'm
it?
joining us for Chester
Oh, yeah?
Elementary Big Truck Night Carnival on Friday, May 18th from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m.
Do you like big trucks? I love things in the truck.
Luckily, it's not very long.
Technology.
It was just done, wasn't it?
It was on.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Okay. I thought I was going crazy for a second. I apologize.
Computer really close to Mike. Hold the computer really close to Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can bring the computer to you guys.
That's right.
show you a video of this big birthday.
We could hear the audio.
Yeah, it doesn't have to go to the video. So what it was is it was
You have the computer over there.
what's that?
Just put it in front of Mike. You can zoom in on it.
Oh, you can zoom in on it. Yeah. It's video actually from last year Big Truck Night with this year students did a voiceover for all the details about it, and they worked on it. Cooperating tonight. I'm coming to the board for technology upgrades next month. So I finished some kid fun. So the those are, many of you, I think everybody knows what Big Truck Night is. It's something that's been going on for years. It's next Friday, May 18th from 5:30 to 7:30. We have 2 bouncy houses coming, 2 big truck bouncy houses. Not just big bouncy houses, but big truck bouncy houses. The dunk booth is returning, which I'm really hoping for weather like this and not weather like we had last year. It was a little chilly last year, but it was still a good night. We also have the traditional food, snow cones, cotton candy, hamburgers, hot dogs, and a bunch of carnival games. Some new ones coming this year as well. So it should be a good time. If anybody wants to come and help out, we'd appreciate any help you can come. If you just want to come and have a good time, please join us next Friday, May 18th from 5:30 to 7:30.
We're cutting a car apart too that night.
Oh, and the fire department is going to cut a car apart. That's right.
Extrication drill.
Yep. Yep.
And Cat TV does have a nice link on there.
They
of
do.
the video.
Yeah, Cat
So-
TV does have a nice link. I did
Yes.
send it out on Twitter this afternoon. I believe it's on our Facebook page as well for the promo that the school did. So,
I'll be there for helping you clean up.
okay, thank you.
Nobody's tearing a car apart.
Stace.
It's fun.
And that's all I have tonight. Ed.
Okay, the only thing I have is, at the last meeting, we had somebody, a citizen talked about our head lice procedure, and I checked with the school nurse, and 3 years ago, the recommended policy changes were done with the state and with the American Pediatric Board, and they're following it right along. There's no, they notify the parents that found in school, and they do not exclude anybody from school, because that ended up as giving a kid a stigma. So everybody's in, and it's important that the parents notify the school if it's found in children, but not in the school, not in the school setting, and the school will notify the parents anytime it's found in the school, and that's the policy.
The child's parents.
Child's parents, just the child's parents.
Just the child's parents.
Yep. And that is policy that comes down from the pediatric, the suggestions from the American Pediatric Board and the state. So that takes care of
And
that.
that's essentially because it's not a contagious situation.
It's not contagious.
And-
It's only contagious if you
Share a hat.
share a hat
Yeah,
or something
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
It's not contagious with Jeff at all.
That's right.
That's right.
Or-
Sorry,
or,
Scott, you're the only one here.
Well, I guess I might still.
Yeah,
try.
Dave,
Yeah.
Dave, you got enough.
Dave,
You have a small place. Mine's getting smaller.
Okay, and that's the extent of what I wanted to say. I took care of that, the question that we had from last meeting, and that everything was done correctly here at the school.
Do we notify that gentleman or no? We just
No.
leave it.
It's if he can read, either see this, or else he can contact, if he wants to contact me, I
okay.
can explain it to him. Okay, let's see, next regular meeting is,
That's the issue.
SVSU. I don't know why that's in there.
Any updates?
You got anything? I don't really have any updating. There was nothing going on
No, and the
As meeting.
superintendent talked about, and this is something he probably shared with us too, or with the board at the last meeting, just about the status of the Act 46.
Status Act 46 and the closure of schools at Donna,
Oh, the end of the school year.
End of the
Yeah.
school year.
Yeah,
That's what we had.
right. Yeah.
Will you be here next month?
Okay.
Mhm.
But
June?
I guess
Yeah.
policy 7210
Bless you.
has been rescinded.
Yep.
So that is something new. And our next meeting will be on June 13th.
Well, I just stick
What does
other
that
in
mean?
there as well.
Yep, I'll get to that.
Which means, Scott?
What is so policy has been rescinded, does that mean?
So that was something we actually talked about at the SU meeting, and it was a policy that had created, the policy was put in place 5 or 6 years ago and had created
More,
an
longer
executive.
than that.
Longer, okay. At some point in the distant past.
7, 8, maybe.
Okay, and it had created sort of an executive committee, a subgroup of the SU board that was intended to give that group authority to approve things when the full board couldn't meet. And in reality, in practice, that subcommittee never formed,
Right.
never met, never did anything official or formal. And in the intervening years, I think the size of the SU board was reduced from 18 to
Yes,
12,
that
so
was
it
part of the
made it
reason
a
why
little
they had
less
that. Because we
critical
couldn't get a quorum sometimes.
to have, right, quorums are easier to achieve, and I think we've had quorums pretty consistently at the SU
Yeah.
meetings
I think
for
one of the
quite a while.
downfalls was it did not have the authority to approve anything.
Right.
So everything that committee talked about, they had to come back to the full committee and
Okay.
do it again. So it was
Well,
really a
So we
non-functional
didn't need to,
committee.
did we vote on that or did it just, I guess we must have voted to,
It's just getting rid
gone
of the
anyway.
policy
Yeah.
because we don't
disappeared.
have
The other
that
districts
committee
don't
anymore.
need to vote on
They
it.
didn't form an
No.
executive committee.
There is no executive
No.
committee anymore.
but we don't need to take action.
No.
Anyway, so.
Okay, other.
So I think Donna will leave here since she's here, and she won't be
Oh,
here.
I thank
she won't be
you.
here in June, I'm sure. We'll have June
I
back.
just
Uh,
asked her if she would be.
Oh,
so-
your June meeting. Well, I
Our
don't know if
June
I'll be at
meeting.
your June meeting.
Oh,
I can come
then-
if you want me to.
She
You
can
can
come,
invite
but
me.
I like she has announced her retirement at age, So I'd like to thank her for the hard work
Thank you
she's
so
done
much.
in the
Thank
district.
you, Jeff.
And I know she'll be
That's
missed
it.
by some of the teachers and principals.
That's on behalf of the whole board.
Yes.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I want to echo those sentiments. Donna was on the hiring committee that put me in this position. I've appreciated her support and her help over the last 5 years and her leadership. And so I'll be missing her as well in her
Yeah.
role.
I'll miss you too.
But I wish you luck and enjoy
you.
retirement. And
Yeah.
I know you have some grand plans ahead.
Yeah, time for a new chapter in my life.
Well, this isn't
so.
the first time you've retired from
It's actually not.
the
first
SU,
time.
so maybe it's not the last either.
Well, there has been some talk. Leon's given me big pressure. But I always say I'm only a phone call away. So if there are some small things you want me to come and help you with, I'm happy to do that.
Great.
Anything else? Any others? Got a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion adjourn until June 13th
Second?
We have a second. All those
Or
in
the
favor?
21st.
or the 21st.
Or until, not until June 13th. 'cause we
Make
may
a
have-
notice.
Until next, right.
May 23rd.
Did
22nd,
everyone get
23rd.
notice about the Vermont School Board, the May 24th and 25th about the conference in Lake Maury?
Yep,
Okay,
I did.
yeah. I think maybe it was on your previous
Didn't see it.
agendas, but I just want to make sure everyone was invited. The 23rd is actually an informational session for school boards on the roles and responsibilities and kind of working together as boards and coming up with the basis of how you function and run the boards. And then the 24th and 25th, there are other topics. One of the topics that's going to be discussed and worked on is there's a report from the state called the DMG report, District Management Group, that is about restructuring special education to be more integrated with regular education, and the state is actually changing some of the funding mechanisms so that there can be more flexibility. And so it's going to be good working sessions, and we are sending a team from the SU to go to those meetings,
That's
learn more
May.
about it.
May?
Good night. Yep.
May 24,
Yep.
yes, 24 and 25.
Okay.
Now make a vote to adjourn.
Yep, I haven't had the motion, we got a motion on the floor to adjourn. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I don't know if he's opposed to that.
Somebody will be opposed.